Are you spending a crazy amount of time trying to grow your coaching business and wondering how on earth you'll ever get paid back for the amount of effort that you're putting in? Well, the good news is becoming a fully booked coach and building a wildly profitable coaching business is so much closer than you think. And it is far simpler than you're making it out to be. And in today's video, I want to talk through the biggest mistake that you're likely making that's keeping you from the coaching business that you deserve, the one strategy to follow, and how to apply that strategy today. Now, if you are a transactional coach, this video is not for you. And what I mean by that is someone who is in coaching for all the wrong reasons, that just wants to make a quick buck, that's after the get rich quick scheme, is after the hack, is happy coercing, manipulating, convincing clients to work with them because they don't actually care about their results and their transformations. If that's you, love to you, but you're in the wrong place. If you are, however, what I call a heart-led coach, you're in this for all the right reasons. You genuinely care about the results and the transformations of your clients. You're patient. You're willing to stay in the game because coaching is your calling. And you want to grow a coaching business that's aligned, congruent, authentic, and feels good to you. If that's you, I love you and you're in the right place. Now, you may be wondering, who the heck am I to be speaking about any of this stuff? Well, firstly, my name's Joel, and like you, coaching is my calling. But I also want to say that I am a coach first. I'm not like every other business coach out there who's never actually coached real life people. Still to this day, I have life coaching clients, transformational clients, high performance clients. And my very first coaching business was coaching high performing men, which I grew to six figures and even had a couple of 25K months in the first year and a half. And I grew a membership called the Modern Man Membership up to 55 men. Now, more recently, in the last 2 years, I've been called to work with other coaches, helping them with their business, their mindset, their productivity, their performance, embodiment, and also their coaching skills itself. And I've grown that business to multiple six figures, enjoying a 50K month in October this year. But what I'm most proud of is the community of heart-led coaches that I've created called the Elevated Coaching Collective. Because in there are a number of beautiful heart-led souls who I've helped create the first 10, 20, even 30K months, but do it in a way that's aligned, congruent, easeful, and really where life is first, because that's one of our number one values inside of the ECC. Life first, business second. And the model and the systems and the strategies that I teach are one where as business grows, life gets better. Now, it hasn't always been like that. If I rewind back to my first months as a coach, my business had just failed. It was a food tech business that was wiped out by COVID, leaving me in a mountain of debt and really broken and feeling like a massive failure. But it was also the best thing that could have happened to me because it kind of forced my arm to step into coaching. Prior to that, I trained to be a coach to lead my business because I knew coaching was the way I wanted to manage and lead. And as I trained as a coach, I was like, wow, this is my true calling. This is where I'm meant to be. So my business failing kind of allowed me to really answer that call of being a coach. Now, my first months as a coach, I got a few early clients for around 1.5, 2K, but I was really fueled by lack and fear. And this fear led me to jumping from one strategy to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And I eventually got suckered into this ad that promised me the six figures in 6 weeks using the classic guru model of low ticket to medium ticket to high ticket funnel. Now, the model works, but not for the stage of business that I was at, because the only way the model like that works is with massive amount of traffic, something I didn't have because I had a tiny social media following. So I did what I shouldn't have done, and I took out another credit card and I put ads on my credit card to basically drive traffic through this funnel. And I was just chasing my losses, hoping for that moment of profitability, which I couldn't stomach for long enough, and eventually got to a point where I was around 40K in debt and I maxed out all my credit cards and I had to cut my losses. But I wasn't willing to give up on coaching. Coaching, as I say, was my calling. So I took out the only money that I made from that funnel and I invested it in a coach, a guy called Alistair Gray, because I believed in coaching that much. And in my very first session with him, he made me realize the biggest mistake that I was making, that having since worked with hundreds of coaches, is the single biggest mistake that coaches make that keeps them from the business that they deserve. And for me, it was also the same. And that was believing that there is a secret outside of me. Because having that belief, which was fueled by fear, led me from jumping from one strategy to the next. And when then that strategy didn't work the way I expected it to, I would jump to the next. So from this one insight, that the biggest mistake I was making was this belief that there was a secret outside of me, I realized that there is no secret. The only secret, as corny as it sounds, was me. And I went about and I just focused on me. And I realized that the most profitable thing to do, to focus on, was me, was to become someone others want to follow. So that became my focus for the following weeks and months. And because fear was driving this action of distraction and seeking the secret outside of me, I asked myself the question, who would I be? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? And I had that question guide my every action every single day. And what came through was I'd be calmer, more patient, more joyful, more loving, bolder, confident, more courageous, a whole load of qualities. And I went about embodying those qualities from day one after that insight. What also came through for me was simplifying and stripping back my calendar. I asked myself, again, who would I be? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? And what came through in that was I would coach less. So only coach Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoons. I would take more time to relax and to enjoy life, which again stripped back the time that I could either coach and work. But actually in that, it brought forward the best version of myself. And as I said before, the most profitable thing we can do is become a leader others want to follow. And that's what happened in the following weeks. I quickly created 4 clients in 1 month for 2.5K. I soon after that filled a group coaching program for 12 men, paying me 2.5 grand. And in the following year, I made over 6 figures, all from simplifying and coming back to that question, who would I be? What would I do if I wasn't afraid? And I came to 4 things that I was fearless with. First was fearless living. This was about creating my life first, because when I sat with that question, my life was first. I would create more space for me, because fear and lack was driving, trying to jam everything in. When I was fearless, I would slow everything down and I would focus on me first. So the first was fearless living. The second was fearless marketing. And this was about getting really bold with my offer and really courageous in my offer, and supporting that with fearless, bold, and courageous content and messaging. And then the third part was fearless enrollment. And for me, this meant slowing the whole enrollment process down, because when I was fueled by fear, by lack, I tried to speed up the enrollment process and I rushed everything because I was in that manipulative, in that very needy state. When I was fearless and didn't need the sale, I slowed everything down. And in that slowness, the person opposite me could feel my calm, relaxing, and confident energy. And with that, that fueled them with trust. And I was also able to coach them more powerfully through their own objections, which were just fear in fancy dress. And in the final part of the Fearless 4 is fearless coaching, which really was the most powerful part for me, because I have created most of my money in my coaching from retention. The best way to build a highly profitable coaching business over the long haul is become a really powerful coach. The way to become a really powerful coach is coach fearlessly, because what that leads to is longer silence, more direct, more truth slaying, bolder questions, cutting through the bullshit, not buying into their stories, all of that good stuff. And when you coach from that fearless place, your clients get better results, which means more testimonials, more case studies, more referrals, longer retention, and it's a beautiful compounding strategy. So those are the four: fearless living, fearless marketing, fearless enrollment, fearless coaching. And the reason why this is so effective is because it drives the one and most important thing of business: supply, demand, tension. When you understand supply, demand, tension, you understand business, and you understand and see how simple this can be. Now, how to apply this in your business, the best way for me to share this with you or to show you is to talk through a client story. So Jay came to me in March of this year, 2024, and he had just qualified as a Jungian life coach, and he was full of ambition, full of confidence of his coaching skills, but had no idea what to do with his business and had no strategy. But he had full trust in me, and he followed my exact strategy to the dot. I even gave him daily prompts, weekly actions. I literally had an exact game plan for him. The only request I had of him was to be fearless in it all. And there was a lot of resistance to this strategy because it meant stripping back how much he was coaching. It meant cutting back his availability from 8 to 3 a month. It meant that he had to be more direct in his content, which it conjured up fear of being misunderstood or fear of looking small. It meant that he had to be more direct and clearer in his offer, which again created all sorts of fear of rejection, fear of being misunderstood, all sorts of fears. But he fully trusted in the strategy. And what led was, in the first month, he created 3 clients and announced he was fully booked within 2 weeks. He created a wait list. So in the second month, where he opened another 3 spots, he filled those 3 spots within a week, created a wait list for his next 3, which he opened up in his third month. And after 3 months, he was full, increasing his price each time. But the beautiful thing was, after 3 months, he had a wait list of clients. And that was a compounding strategy that he is just now rinsing and repeating. And all he did was follow the actions step by step, but with a fearless being. And he focused on regulating himself and enabling himself to take that fearless action. And that is my desire and invite for you, because I am soon running a program called Fearless for 4, where for 4 weeks we take fearless action, focusing on those fearless living, fearless marketing, fearless enrollment, fearless coaching, with the goal of you becoming fully booked in the next 4 weeks, and then rinsing and repeating the exact strategy that Jay used to become fully booked, to create a waitlist, and to benefit from the compounding effect of that waitlist. So in the 4 weeks of joining Fearless for 4, you can expect to show up as your most powerful, bold, and fearless self, and see the benefits of being that person for 4 weeks, following daily prompts that will call your perfect clients forward, prompts with your content, with your messaging, with your enrollment process, and get expert coaching and supporting accountability from me and the community. So in the 4 weeks, you can expect to become the coach and the entrepreneur that you are capable of being. That's what happens when you really step into your most fearless and bold self. Learn how to create bold, direct offers that your dream clients can't refuse. Learn how to creating content that stands you apart from every other coach out there, where you avoid the cliches and you're specific and you're real and you're authentic and you just shake the boat a little bit. Shake the boat, shake the tree a little bit. You master easeful, heart-led enrollment, which is courageous, bold, but it's heart-led and it just feels good. But to get there is being your most fearless self. You get your clients bigger, faster results, which leads to more testimonials, case studies, referrals, and retention. And ultimately, you learn how to create clients on demand using this supply-demand tension and creating a waitlist and seeing the compound effect of that. And in doing so, you can just relax and start enjoying this journey more. It includes weekly group coaching calls with me, a community for support, feedback, and accountability, daily prompts so you know what actions to take, what content to create, know exactly what to do every single week, every single day for 4 weeks. You've got proven scripts, playbooks, templates to speed up the whole process. You have a daily fearless activation so you can activate your most fearless being every single day, because some of this, well, all of it is going to be quite scary. So you will need to have a activation to really step into your most bold self. And I've got a whole somatic shifting method that allow you to embody your most fearless and bold self. After 4 weeks of this, you'll be a completely new person, let alone see the results. And then finally, you'll have daily WhatsApp community and mentorship from me and other coaches in the community. Now, the bonuses you're also going to get, you're going to get a weekly 1-hour coach call where for an hour every single week, we take big, bold, fearless action. You're going to get a free ticket to my next in-person intensive. You'll have a guide on mastering enrollment, the enrollment process, and so much more. My middle name is Over Deliver, so there's going to be so much more on the inside. So what's next is all you need to do is message me 444 on Instagram. My link is below and I'll send you all the details. This costs a fraction of what you'll make from one client. And the goal is to create at least 3 or 4 clients in the next 4 weeks and become fully booked and have a strategy and learn a strategy that you can rinse and repeat for the rest of time. That is so simple, it's going to blow your mind. There is no complicated funnels, there's no complicated ads. It is super simple and it will feel good to your soul and to your heart. And below, I won't walk through all of these, but below and in my YouTube page, you'll see a load of my client testimonials, a load of my client results. And this is what's possible when you take fearless action. For example, Len, he 4x'd his business in the first 30 days. Helen went from 5 clients to 15 clients. Patrick had 4 record months in a row. Paul built a community of 30 men and is now turning away clients. Jean-Baptiste went from 18 months of struggling to fully booked in 2 months. And Hugh tripled his fees after 1 week of working with me. That's what's possible when you step into your most fearless and bold self. This is the secret, not in some strategy or hack. So I'll leave you with this one question. What would you do now if you were not afraid? Sit with that. Would you reach out and ask for the details? Would you, whatever it is, sit with that question, because this is going to be a guiding question for the next 4 weeks if you dare to join me. And if you do, the life that you want, the business that you want is the other side of that question. It's the other side of that action. And that's my one goal for you, is to really unlock the person and the business that you're capable of creating. I hope to hear from you soon. Sending you so much love. Either way, I'm here. You've got my YouTube channel. There's a load of value on my page. And I hope to hear from you soon. Sending you so much love and look forward to speaking.